We were so afraid to fail, we almost didn't start this business. And even after we started, the fear didn't just go away. It showed up in new ways. Overthinking, procrastinating, perfectionism. If fear of failure has ever made you freeze, delay or doubt yourself, this is for you. Back when we were business students, we had all this curiosity and energy, but also this deep fear that we'd mess it up, that we'd fail publicly, or worse, that we weren't cut out for it. For a while, that fear ran the show. It stopped us from starting. And even once we did start, we were still holding back, trying to get it all perfect before showing up. And the thing is, fear of failure doesn't always show up loudly and comes in many forms. Sometimes it sounds like, let's wait until it's ready, or even, let's do it now even though it's not ready. It's not about what the thought is, but about what's driving the thought. We actually struggled with this until recently. When we were about to post our first video, we were hell-bent on posting it on Sunday, to the point that we were rushing everything until 4 AM here in Sydney, which is about 8 PM in Europe. At one point, we realized that we weren't at a point where we felt good about posting, because our content wasn't ready, so we waited. This was difficult, because we idolized posting on Sunday, to the point where it felt like if we wouldn't, we'd fail. So we slept on it, and the next day, Monday, we sat down and reflected.
What finally helped us shift was realizing you don't get rid of fear of failure, you navigate it. And the first step was redefining what failure even meant to us. We asked ourselves, what would failure actually look like? 0 views, losing money, needing to start over? And then, would we survive that? More often than not, the worst case isn't as scary as we imagine. We realized that it's really not as bad as it sounds. It's not bad at all, actually. Some failures are necessary. They help you grow into the person your business needs you to be. The truth is, fear doesn't entirely go away, but it loses its grip over time. And in the meantime, it doesn't have to be in charge. It's about reframing your fear and realizing 2 things. Failure is not as bad as you think, which means that actual bad failure is not as certain as you think.
Things not going how you expected them to go isn't failure. It's a challenge, a lesson to learn, a change in course. We realize that whatever happens is part of the journey and has a purpose in it. And understanding that in the end, everything will be okay. That helped us get rid of that fear, because we realized that fearing challenges means we're fearing growth, revelations, and ultimately our purpose. Once we stopped trying to beat the fear and started working with it, everything shifted. That's when we created a business rhythm that worked for us, not for some imaginary, perfect version of us.
And because challenges are part of the process, we started planning for them. Not in a pessimistic way, but in a grounded way. We made space to reflect on what didn't go well without spiraling into blame. Just what happened, what can we learn from it, and what's the next aligned step. Challenges aren't something we ignore or avoid anymore. We acknowledge them, learn from them, and move forward. We do this through weekly check-ins, just a simple ritual we created in Notion where we reflect on how the week went, what felt good, what didn't, and where we want to shift. If that's something you'd want to try too, we made it into a simple template. You'll find the link in the description.
At the same time, we realized we were spending so much energy imagining what could go wrong and almost non-visualizing what might actually go right. Now, we actively create space to picture what success could feel like. We use vision boards to map out timelines of where we want to be in 1 year, 5 years, and we mentally rehearse that version of us showing up. It's not about magically manifesting, it's about helping your brain realize there's more than one possible outcome, that you're allowed to imagine the good too. It leads to clearer decision making because you know what you're working towards. Fear loves chaos. But when you have clarity, the fear doesn't get to decide what you do next.
Honestly, one of the most powerful things has been learning to slow down. We know that with short-form content and quick gratification-based algorithms, our generations really struggle with this. But trust us, learn to slow down and take in the moment. Don't rush past the little joys along the way. We promise you will start looking at business and honestly your entire life differently. Gratitude is also really big for us. In our fast-paced society, it's hard to keep track of everything and easy to forget progress. Before you can appreciate one change, another one is taking your attention. That's why we make an effort to keep track of our blessings, give thanks, and look back at them whenever we need a reminder. That's why we included gratitude in our planner to anchor ourselves. It includes weekly gratitude, reflections, space to acknowledge the small wins. Those keep us grounded when fear creeps in. We've also started mixing in little joys with our work, which makes our business journey so much more enjoyable. Listen to your favorite playlist while creating content. When you need to go over that briefing and make an action plan, change into your comfiest sweats and make a nice cup of tea. If you still need to unpack products for shipping, put on your favorite podcast. Whatever makes you feel good. Slowing down enough to actually enjoy the journey.
To finish up our story, we realized we had neglected our mindfulness that week, and that all accumulated on Sunday. So we decided to realign with why we even started this business, and everything else fell into place. Staying in tune with your purpose improves your mental health and boosts your confidence as a business owner, which leads to healthier habits and behaviors and ultimately leads to a thriving business. Like we always say, a healthy mind is your best business strategy. We still feel fear sometimes, but now we know how to meet it with clarity, with tools and with grace. If this hits home and you're ready to realign as well, we actually created a guide this week called the Alignment Method, inspired by this exact challenge we moved through. And to stay grounded in the day-to-day, the Entrepreneur's Planner is a tool we keep coming back to. If fear is making all your decisions right now, we just want you to know that's not the end of the story. You get to take the lead again.